Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to the Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to the 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome on this, the first day of the Navaratri celebrations here at the Sri Narayan Dham, in her divine and eternal form. I welcome Mother Lakshmi. I also welcome Mother Lakshmi in her form when she enters the material atmosphere to remove our negative effects. I welcome the eternal Mother Lakshmi in her form as Mother Kali. I welcome Maha Lakshmi in her form as Durga. I welcome those of you that are physically present here at the Sri Narayan Dham in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that's going to be watching this discourse on YouTube and the various groups from around the world when it is posted subsequently. How many of you are confused when I welcomed Mother Lakshmi on this, the first day of Navaratri? I think everyone, all of you, everyone. And this is the confusion that reigns not only in Sanatan Dharma, but it reigns around the world in terms of religious principles. Is it not? So today, those that are Shaktas, who are Shaktas? Who? Devotees of whom? Devotees who believe that the Mother is the supreme entity. For them, today is the first of 3 days of Mother Kali. For those that believe in Shaivism, who are the believers of Shaivism? Those that believe Lord Shiva is the supreme entity. For them today is the first day of the 9 forms of Mother Durga. And who are we? Sri Vaishnavites. Who are we? And for Sri Vaishnavas, today is the first day of Mother Lakshmi, of the 8 days of Mother Lakshmi. So we are Sri Vaishnavaism, so we will take these days as all the days pertaining to Mother Lakshmi. All of you understand? So those of you that came to get the Mahakali trance here, I am very, very sorry. I am very, very, very sorry. Have you heard of anyone getting the Lakshmi trance? No. So there will be no trance in this. Jessica, I am very sorry. She wanted to dress Maha Durga and she wanted to get a trance from Maha Durga. Okay? So can you see variety? Have you noticed variety? Those that believe that the Mother is the Supreme Reality, Sanatan Dharma allows you to believe at a certain level. Rather believe that there is a Supreme Reality than not believe there is a Supreme Reality at all. Is that scientific? Is it scientific? Is it positive? From non-belief, from belief in a void, Rojbhai, Bhabhi is very sad, she couldn't get a Kali trance. She worked so hard. She thought the Guru might give her a tray with a camphor and she could do the Kali dance. Okay? Rosebud. I can see crestfallen faces. All the happiness and joy. Look at Sita running away. I was saying, instead of there being a void, Sanatan Dharma has created rungs for the evolution of the individual soul. Sanatan Dharma has created rungs. So if you feel good in believing that the Mother is the Supreme Reality, no problem. In the dimension you are, she can be the Supreme Reality. If you believe Lord Shiva is the Supreme Reality, no problem. At the dimension you are, relative to the information that you have, you may believe that Lord Shiva is the Supreme Reality. If you are in standard 5 in school, then you won't believe in negative mathematics. You will believe it does not exist, isn't it? If you are in standard 5, you won't calculate with a minus. Is it fine that when you are in standard 5, then you should not be perturbed about not calculating with a minus? Because at that standard where you are, with the information that you have and the capacity for you to assimilate that information, it is fine. Which parent will be upset with a standard 5 child that does not have capacity to transact with negative numbers in mathematics? Whilst the same parent has another child that's in metric, that can transact with negative numbers and abstract numbers? Will there be a difference between the parent in the love for two children at the point of capacity of assimilating knowledge? No. So similarly, Sanatan Dharma, the custodian of all knowledge, will allow those to be in a specific dimension at a specific lifetime, in a specific country. All of you understand. So it is not to be condemned or criticized. And you'll notice that I have left out Hanuman Baba, I have left out Lord Ganesha, Lord Muruga, alright, and all these specific followers of these different deities, they believe that that deity which they are worshipping is superior to the other devotees. But then the magic of Sanatan Dharma can be seen at the Kumbh Mela. At the Kumbh Mela, everyone, it is the biggest gathering, biggest religious / spiritual gathering of humankind ever to be recorded in any part of the world. Any part of the world. Now look at the tolerance. Look at the tolerance. What is the difference when those that are in Sanatan Dharma itself have different religious principles than outside religious principles? What is the difference? What is the difference? Is there a difference? Jai. If you say Lord Ganesha is the Supreme Lord, then you are sectarian, then you have formed your own religious principles, then that becomes a religion on its own, doesn't it? And if you say Hanuman Baba is the Supreme Lord, then you have formed your own religious principles and your own religion in which Hanuman Baba is the head. And if you say Christ is the Supreme Lord, and you say Allah is the Supreme Lord, what's the difference? But those that are connected to Sanatan Dharma, they live in tolerance. They live in tolerance because although they have chosen different religious principles within Sanatan Dharma, their base scripture teaches tolerance for the next religious principle. Are you following? So I want to get back and fit this in with our current topic of oneness. I think this is our third or fourth topic on oneness. And we're starting from, as Rakesh Bhai a long time told me, charity begins at home. So we're starting from home. Home is our Sanatan Dharma, and within this Sanatan Dharma, on this auspicious day, around the world, in this first day of Navaratri, some are worshipping Mother Kali, some are worshipping Mother Durga, and some are worshipping Mother Are you understanding? One Navaratri, 3 segments of religious philosophy worshipping simultaneously in this 9 days. With absolute harmony. It is a pure celebration. So who is Maha Lakshmi? Who is Maha Lakshmi? Consort of Lord Narayan, not Lakshmi, Lucksme, not Lakshmi. Right? Now don't leave this satsang and go to Sun Coast Casino and say I was at a Maha Lakshmi satsang, and go there and put your 5 rand in that machine and expect Maha Lakshmi to convert herself into a Maha number of 5 rand coins. Not Lakshmi, Lakshmi. Lakshmi. All of you understand, Nirali? Please, I don't want to see your car at the casino. I might be driving past. Sibaya and Suncoast, free advert. I think I'm the first guru advertising for Sibaya and Suncoast. Okay? So who is Maha Lakshmi scientifically? Potency of the Lord, personified as a being. Shakti, power. You have the Lord, and you have the Lord's power. The Lord, potential energy. The Lord's potential energy. This energy personified is Mother Lakshmi, is potent in the Lord all the time. This potent energy resides in the heart of the Lord. Resides in the heart of Lord Sriman Narayan. That is why, where must Jessica lie in your body? Which part of your body? Where is it? Okay, Rosbha, you next. Where must Bhabhi reside, this old Bhabhi? In your heart. You can say that with as much passion as you want, Rosbha. She'll never cook chicken in these 9 days for you. There's pure fasting at home. Okay? So Maha Lakshmi is in effect this entire universe. Maha Lakshmi is in effect this entire universe called Prakriti. She is material nature. Mother Lakshmi. Mother Lakshmi is material nature. Are you understanding? When she is situated in Lord Sriman Narayan's heart, there is a white mark across his chest called the Shri Fasta. Called the Shri Fasta. Shri Shri. How does Shri sound? Shri, Rosh. What feeling you get, Mama? Shri. When you hear the word Shri. Shriman, Shrimati, Shri. What feeling is evoked in you emotionally with the word Shri? Everyone say Shri. Shri. How you feel when you hear people calling others Shriman, Shrimati? How do you feel? How you feel?
Very proud.
Proud? Blissful? Graceful? What energy is invoked in you with Shri? Superior, high energy. You feel good, don't you? And that is the power of Mother Lakshmi. And that is why she called Shri, because there is no difference in the word Shri and Mother Lakshmi as a potency. She is expressed in a potency. And we are the Shri Sampradaya. The Shri Sampradaya. Shri Sampradaya. All of you are understanding? When she enters the material universe for the purposes of creation, she is called Bhudevi or Durga. Mother Lakshmi, when her power is transformed, she exists, her power exists in the three gunas being in a neutral form within an atom, one atom, three gunas in equilibrium. One atom, three gunas in equilibrium. That is the potency of Mother Lakshmi. Then she expresses herself when she permutates. When she permutates from one super or master cell into zillions of atoms, whereby this material universes are formed. It starts off with one point, one bindu, one atom. I stated this on my Thursday discourse. And this one potent point of Mother Lakshmi becomes the entire universe. One potent point of Mother Lakshmi becomes the entire universe through the permutation of the three gunas and the sum total of all the karmas of every living entity. When they are computed together, they keep replicating. Okay? So if the universe is too difficult for you to understand, if the entire universe is too difficult for you to understand, then the Vedas give us another personification. And that is who? Who is a replica of the universe? Who is the replica of the universe? Say bye. Sorry?
Say Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva. You'll say Lord Shiva, and I'll say you. I'll say Jai Bhai, you. Let us test this, because we said Sanatan Dharma is absolute science. And for science, and in Sanatan Dharma, you must scientifically experience, experiment, and through experience and experiment, evolve spiritually. You have to be the experience, not your guru. Who? You have to be the experience. You understand? All of the Jessica, concentrate on the satsang. Emulsification of secretions give rise to a, between male and female, give rise to a give rise to a
new life
called zygote. Not Spanish goats. Zygote. Z-Y-G-O-T-E. A zygote is a single cell. Is a single cell. Which Jai Bhai was many moons ago. I don't think you have memory of this, alright? Because you as a soul was the cause of the single cell. How many cells? One cell. Alright? We call it the master cell. One cell. The master cell. Then, through a process, many cells were formed. Many cells were formed. These cells formed all your bone structures, your heart, your lungs, your organs, and every other thing that exists today, sitting there beside your glasses and your clothes, was formed from one master cell. This one cell continued replicating. And when that replication was completed, you now exist. Who exists? Jai Bhai. So the lungs, the heart, and all the other organs in the body is working in sync. Is it working in sync? That working in sync is your health today, is your mobility today. So when you take a bite, person, of food, from the mouth until excreted, many cells work. From the time it reaches your tongue until the time it's excreted, all these cells work in unison. They do different jobs. All these cells are doing different jobs. They have different departments, don't they? Your kidney is a different department. Your stomach is a different department. Your ear is a different department. Your nose is a different department. Your hands, your legs, your eyes, your hair. How many departments in your body? How many? Too many. But all these departments came from one cell. All these departments came from one cell. Yet they work in harmony. Because if you remove any of these departments from your cell, although they are different and they're performing different functions, they are an attribute of the first master cell, aren't they? Aren't they? Similarly, that one master cell, that one atom from which the universe was created, has many dimensions. It has 5 elements. And besides the 5 elements, there are countless dimensions. But it all emanated from one cell. Okay? So if you read science, and if you want to research science, there was a point where science was stating they were totally convinced in the Big Bang theory, and then there's some scientists now retracting the Big Bang theory. Why do you think they are retracting the Big Bang theory? Because they do not have capacity to understand creation if they don't go through the Creator's manual. If you try to create your own manual side by side, there are going to be zillions of roadblocks. And by the time you think you know it, 311 trillion, 40 billion years would have elapsed, and this one cycle of creation will be over. All of you understand? So can you see the importance of who? Maha Lakshmi. Can you see anywhere she is not? Shyam? Can you see anywhere where Mother Lakshmi is not? If she is the first, if she is the master cell, if she is the potency within the master cell, which replicated itself to become this entire universe, then where is she not? Where is she? Have you learnt anything in this Navaratri Murali? You learned? What you learned? Where Mother Lakshmi is not. Can there be, or should there be, intolerance within humans? And this is why Sanatan Dharma asks you to detach. One of the instructions of Sanatan Dharma is to detach. When you detach, then you can become tolerant. Detach, tolerant. You understand? Where's Paddy? Okay, Paddy. When you realize that all the wives' cooking is the same, Paddy, when you detach from your wife emotionally, because of emotion for your wife, you said her cooking is the best. Then you became intolerant of Sita's cooking. Sita? You became intolerant of Sita's cooking. You might have a very good reason in this instance. Alright? But if you was detached emotionally from your wife, you continue to love her as your wife, but detach emotionally, then all wives' cooking will be, and if all wives' cooking is good, then you have become tolerant. Is that scientific? Is that scientific? In order to be tolerant, you have to detach from pride. Daddy bhai, from what? Pride made you say your wife's cooking is the pride. Pride made you say that your wife's cooking is the best because you are proud of your wife. So if you had no pride, although your wife's cooking would be the best, what you're supposed to say? Like if you want to know who's the most beautiful woman in Phoenix, there's a big signboard that's going round the world. Nirali is the most beautiful woman in Phoenix. And then her mother is proud of her daughter. And in her comment section, what she wrote? Not so proud, so beautiful. S-O-O-O-O-O. So beautiful. Naveen, can you see the dilemma the Guru faces? Naveen Bhai, can you see? Naveen Bhai can't say anything. He might not reach home in one piece. Alright, all of you understand, jokes aside. I'm seeing a lot of people now on this board. Alright, I think Benny also commented. Alright, anyone else in the satsang commented? You too? Oh, Nirali is getting her own followers. I think I must put a Acharyaji signboard. So, whilst we're joking, I want you to understand this scientifically. And our main topic is oneness. And the reason we brought this topic on oneness is because of religious intolerance. And I've stated how futile it is. And not only futile, it's actually stupid. If you break down like I've broken down for you in this couple of satsangs, and I said we're going to continue for a few hundred satsangs until this knowledge is assimilated by everyone. That we are one. We are one. It doesn't matter what your philosophy is. It doesn't matter what your ideology is. It doesn't matter what your religion is. You are a human being. You are a human being. And you only have geographical differences. Vasan, if anyone had to see you, they'll say, this man is from Sri Lanka. Geographical. You understand, Bob? Everyone understand? If somebody, Srini, if you just saw Vasan for the first time, why laughing, Srini? Say Vasan is from Sri Lanka. Only geographical difference. All of you understand as a human, because I stated that if every human had to be skinned, if every human had to be skinned, and when I said skinned, Rosh Bhai in his mind he thought of his fresh cut chicken which Bhabhi skinned for him. Alright? Same kind skinning, then you won't make out the difference between, the only difference you'll make out is male and female. If you remove the skin and the hair, you won't make out any other difference. And I've also stated that all our religions have symbols. Sanatan Dharma, Om sign, swastika, right? Islam 786 or crescent, moon, Christianity cross, and there's various symbols. So when you skin someone, you won't find a step to state your religious affiliation. All the hearts are identical, although some are soft and others are granite. Isn't? So soften your hearts if you want Mother Lakshmi to live there how she lives in Lord Narayan's heart. If your heart is like granite, you won't have a place to permeate and take a abode. And to take an abode. And by the way, one of Mother Lakshmi's name is Acharya. Sita. Sita got both of Mother Lakshmi's name. Sita is also Mother Lakshmi's name. Alright? So soften the heart. Don't keep it granite. If you want to become prosperous with Mother Lakshmi, don't have a granite heart, Rosh Bhai. When you stop at a beggar, when you take out the wallet, whatever money come out first, give it to a beggar. That's a soft heart, and Mother Lakshmi can come and live. And you all know the story of Rosh Bhai. He carries on changing until he comes to the lowest. And there too is wishing for the robot to. Alright? So don't do that. As you open your wallet, Sean, and I guarantee you, every one of you, when somebody knocks your window and you open your wallet, and when you look at your money, you get a shock, because always the highest denomination comes out, doesn't it? Practice it. Practice it. That is the money that God saw you did not see. That's supposed to go. That supposed to go. But because of another quality we need to detach from is called, starts with a G. greed. Because of greed, what God wanted you to give, you went and made your own. Rajbhai? Because of loud Rajbhai. Greed. That poor beggar didn't get what was due to him by God himself. Alright?
I was still looking for coins in the ashtray as well.
Yeah. But then I saw a beggar in India with a card machine. Because we now got an excuse, we don't use physical money anymore. Alright? Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Ask Benita.
Guru, you're talking about giving beggars, right? But you know what, even they're taking drugs and all that, and they're
It is,
giving for that.
it's not,
So it does have to be selfless altogether. Hold that karma.
if you give somebody any charity and that person commits something negative, then you gave it in tamasic mode. If you give charity to uplift a particular individual or institution, it is rajasic. And if you gave charity where it is desperately needed, then it is sattvic. Then it is sattvic. So charities are in the three gunas itself: tamagun, rajogun, and satgun. Mother Lakshmi is in satgun. In ultimate, she is the satgun principle. But if you see somebody on the road, and if you have some small change, give it. Just learn to give first. Learn to give. That granite will start converting itself from master granite to a divine heart. From master granite to a divine heart. Alright? All of you understand? Are there any questions?
For a question, I want to know the people that pray to satanic gods, satanic people, are they also one of us? Because when we say one, we're all one. So
Yes. In the ultimate sense, we are all one. Aren't we? If you pray to Satan, what's the difference? If you are human, you are a human. Then you'll get different evolutions where human have evolved. Lord Sri Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, those who worship the Devis and Devtas go to the Devis and Devtas. Those who worship the mains, who are the mains? The Pitars, will go to Pitralok. Those who worship spirits and bhutas will go to the bhutas. And those who worship me will come to. This is Sanatan Dharma. Choice is yours. Choice is yours. You think it is scientific to have choice? You think it is scientific to have choice? So if there's any system that does not give you choice, if there's any system in society that does not give you choice, is that system scientific? Is the creation of this universe scientific? Creation of this universe, is it religious or scientific? This universe was created through science for scientific purposes, isn't? This universe was created through science for scientific purposes. It was not created through religion for religious purposes. And Sanatan Dharma is absolute science, because Sanatan Dharma is teaching you exactly how this universe was created and for the exact and true purposes of human nature and human being. Are you understanding? All of you? So Sanatan Dharma, I've explained over a zillion times, is not a religion. It is absolute science. In Sanatan Dharma, you'll find in the second segment, the Jana Khanda, alright, of the Vedas, you'll find what I am expounding. Okay? They also teach you religious principles, economic development, and fulfillment of desires. And in this three, religious principle means what? A set of rules, religious principles. After religious principles, we get economic development. And after economic development, we get fulfillment of desires. If the economic development is within the parameters of religious principles, and fulfillment of desires is within the parameters of religious principles, then there will be no confusion. Then there will be no, and that will set you up for liberation. That will set you up for liberation. And this is Sanatan Dharma. Is it scientific or not scientific? So we say Maha Lakshmi is an energy of the Supreme Personality, Lord Sri Narayan personified. Which means she is positive energy. Mother Lakshmi is positive energy. Same positive energy modifies into negative energy by anger, desire, and ego. Ready by? Ego is my wife's cooking is the best. Ready by? That is called ego. Alright? Then, if Satish Bhai was in Durban, he would have got very upset with you. Because according to him, his wife's cooking is the best. And that would have invoked anger with me. Your ego would have invoked anger in me.
But Gurudev, my answer to you first, everyone's cooking was the best.
Yeah, well, I took it as a lie and I said, tell me the truth. Okay? Are you understanding? Now we need this pure Mother Lakshmi energy in us all the time, don't we? For this pure energy to manifest itself with prosperity, you can't come in this 9 days. In this 9 days and believe a magic will happen. You can't believe a magic will happen, because we say Mother Lakshmi is absolutely pure energy, and for her to express herself prosperously, we need to remove mediums which converts her positive energy into negative energy. And what are those mediums? Anger, number 1. As long as you have an anger problem and you are angry, Mother Lakshmi cannot exist with her full potency in you, because your anger is converting her purity into impurity. Your ego is converting her purity into, and your unlawful desires. You can desire. What you must desire? Desire harmony, desire peace, desire compassion, desire love, desire your Guru, and desire your God. These desires are positive. When they are positive, they keep Mother Lakshmi on her toes. Then she has to prosper through you. You are the medium in which she graces prosperity. You are also the medium in which she is trapped through your actions, and she cannot exude her full potency. So when you come to satsang and when you learn the truth, what must you do with the truth? Practice and experience. Practice and experience. Practice and experience. This is Sanatan Dharma. Mother Lakshmi is pure energy. If you add or modify that energy into impurity, then she cannot prosper. If you take a blossoming flower and you cover it with shade, then that flower will lose its total blossoming potency. So we want Mother Lakshmi to blossom in every one of you, because this is the Sri Sampradaya. This tradition that I'm teaching, she is the boss. And there's nobody with a tilak on their head anywhere in the world that's a beggar. Nobody with this tilak on their head anywhere in the world is a beggar. But to earn this tilak on your head, you have to practice. You have to practice pure thoughts, pure actions, pure words, and pure deeds. Everything from you must be pure. And then you don't have to find Mother Lakshmi anywhere. She is you, because I said nowhere Mother Lakshmi does not exist. She is you, but you got her covered. Uncover Mother Lakshmi within you, and there is prosperity in abundance. There is prosperity in abundance. She is like the sun, times a zillion. Mother Lakshmi is like the sun times a zillion. All of you understand? I would like all of you, or most of you, to make most of these 9 days. Most of you, or all of you, to make most of this 9 days. Don't go look for Mother Lakshmi in the casino. Here's where you're going to find Mother Lakshmi revealed within yourself. You can become your own casino machine. Think it and it will. Think it and it will
Manifest.
happen. All of you understand? Are there any questions? Tomorrow's satsang is at 2. I'm asking all of you, if you are not working, then you should be here within this next 8 days. If you are not working during the satsang time, Jai Bhai, because we need Mother Lakshmi, who is the head of the Sri Sampradaya. It is special for us because our head, we are celebrating our head. So it is important that we come and celebrate our head in these 9 days. There's 354 days, Jai Bhai, you still got for yourself, alright? Minus 52 weeks, 1 day per week. But these 9 days, I'm looking at very critical for devotees of this Dham. What is the name of the Dham? Sri Narayan Dham. Just not Narayan Dham. This is Mother Lakshmi's ashram. This is a boat. When you come here, you must come empty-handed. When you come here, you must come empty-handed. And you must go out totally abundance. This is Mother Lakshmi's headquarters on the African continent. This Sri Narayan Dham is Mother Lakshmi's headquarters on the African continent. And this is why I normally don't care who comes and who don't come. I normally don't care. But on behalf, if my boss is here, then I have to impress my boss. I have to show my boss I'm a very hard worker, Sean, and this is why I'm saying, my boss is around, please come. She got so much to give, alright, which is latent within each one of you. Come and receive. Come and receive. Jai Shriman. Okay? Vanita Bheni is going to